You ready for this?
I don't know, it's dark, I'm tired.
Me too. Well guys, it is a little too early in the morning and we're already about an hour away from Mount Rainier. We've been on the road since, we meant to be on the road at 4:30 a.m. We're heading to Mount Rainier. We're gonna be hiking to Camp Muir, which will be a little sketchy and a little, you know, we have no idea what to expect, really. That was Chin's fault. Chin's been in a few of our videos. You've never formally been introduced in the vlog though.
Basically, Chin and her boyfriend hiked up to Camp Muir on Mount Rainier, and we decided that we can't let Chin one-up us, so we had to one-up her. We're gonna backpack to Mount Rainier and stay there overnight. It's like a 4.6 mile hike.
Yeah.
4.5 mile hike, and like 4,000.
But it's pretty much like that.
4,500 feet of elevation gain across a snowfield.
Yeah. I mean, we've been just alternating back and forth between being like super excited about this trip and like wondering what the f we decided to do.
We'll get to Paradise. We'll hopefully get our wilderness permit. Need a wilderness permit to go backpacking in the national park, and then we will get ready to go and start the ascent. So unfortunately, at Paradise, none of the visitor centers or ranger stations were open for us to get our wilderness permit. So, to deal with that problem, we had to drive 30 minutes down to Longmire, which we passed on the way here, to try to find a visitor center that's open. The Longmire Administration Building. This looks hopeful. We got it. Alright, so we are on our way back up to Paradise. Unfortunately, we are now over an hour behind, but that's okay. We allowed lots of extra time today, and because we were not coming back down, it wasn't unbelievably necessary that we get an early start. So we are now on our way up to Paradise again. We will probably be there around 9 o'clock and start our hike around 9:15. We are starting right here at Paradise. We're going to cut through this collection of trails up here to this place called Pebble Creek. You can see Pebble Creek goes right there. This is the technically the beginning of the Muir snowfield right here, but it's kind of spotty since it's late in the season. So we'll be walking up through the snowfield. This is where the snowfield actually, you know, like the main part of the snowfield begins, and then we have to climb up to the top of the snowfield, and that's where Camp Muir is, right there. The squirrel was eating Ellen's backpack. It is not behaving kindly.
It's not a squirrel, it's a chipmunk.
Okay, it's a chipmunk, whatever. But it's kind of...
not scared of anything. Leave! I don't want to hurt you, leave!
Get off my backpack!
Well,
chipmunk.
We're heading up along the trail, which is pretty awesome. We've got into pretty much one of the points we got to last year and have been recording videos and our first talking clip for our Western Wanderers video.
We definitely didn't really film much of the trailhead because we were swearing at our backpacks.
Yeah, there was a little bit of that going on. And up here we spent a little time swearing at a chipmunk, but I think we chased him away.
It was very hard to get to move.
Yeah. He wanted our backpacks.
Continuing up the trail, still with amazing views of Rainier. And now we got Mount St. Helens and Mount Adams behind us. Ellen's happy.
Pretty awesome.
As you can see, the trail is it's kind of built with steps in it, at least for this beginning part. We're definitely off the paved trail now, kind of going up some rocky steps here. It's nice that the park staff, hello chipmunk. It's nice that the park staff maintains these trails well. Although it does seem easy to twist an ankle, it is not bad walking up here at all.
We are pretty much to the point where we made it last year, and Brian's dying a lot less than he was then.
Last year I was sick and had to take lots of Advil to prevent myself from healing over. And,
and I kept saying, just up that ridge, just up that ridge, just up that ridge, and I think he wanted to kill me.
It was just a little bit farther a lot of times last year.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have some pretty awesome views from Camp Muir when we get up there.
When we get up there.
Yeah.
It's still looking like a climb, but
a considerable one, but
doable.
Yeah,
Definitely
I'm feeling
doable.
great. I'm feeling greater when I take my backpack off, but I'm I'm feeling pretty good.
Well, slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah.
Let's not
All
run
right.
up the thing.
Okay.
There's Camp Muir way up there.
That's where we're going. Uh-oh. Brian's over there trying to be an artist.
So guys, we're currently at Pebble Creek. Beautiful view, as expected, of Mount Rainier. Looks like we got some small clouds setting in, watching them carefully. And you're in this area, especially when you're getting up into the snowfields, you have to be really careful and make sure that you're watching the weather. It can turn to whiteout conditions quickly, and if it does turn to whiteout conditions, you can often lose track of where you're going, especially when you're on the snowfields. There is Ellen up there, heading up. I'm trailing behind her. Whew. It's a lot of work getting up here. Got some people coming down as well. We were a bit worried about the weather for a few minutes. Cleared up. Still got a north wind blowing the clouds away from us, which is good. But we're feeling the elevation for sure. How we doing, Ellen?
Definitely feeling the elevation, but I'm not physically tired.
Feeling the elevation a bit?
Yeah.
How's my finger tracking? Oh man. It is something else up here though. Well, we're getting there. Having some clouds coming in and out, but we're doing okay.
I feel horrible. How are you doing?
Somehow I have no pain on my body.
Yeah.
after doing this hike.
Yeah, I don't...
As a little background info, we are officially right now halfway up the snowfield. So at the beginning of the Muir snowfield, it was just under 3,000 feet to the top. We have just over 1,500 feet until we're at Camp Muir. But we're just resting, and hopefully we're gonna make a decision here pretty soon whether we're gonna press on, set up camp around here, or head back down for the night. So.
I don't even know how I feel right now.
Just standing here is really difficult. We have been through a lot today, and despite almost stopping, we decided to press on, and
like half an hour away.
Yeah, if that, maybe 20 minutes. We, as you could see a moment ago, can see the shelter at Camp Muir, but we thought we'd check in with you here before we lose all the sunlight. Yeah, I mean, it was a learning experience.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely be thinking tonight about how we're going to express this learning experience both in the vlog and in the Western Wanderers video, because it is important to know what you're getting into if you're going to do this.
We are definitely at Camp Muir right now, and we're getting the tent stuff out to set up. It's cold, but
yes, it is cold.
Yeah.
What would you guess, temperature-wise?
40 or so.
Oh, below 40.
Below 40?
I bet we're getting close to freezing.
Yeah.
I bet it's close to 32.
Yeah. But the sun's not even down yet, so we'll see how we're feeling throughout the night tonight. But I think we'll be here. I think we'll be fine. But I think consensus is
we need to get
it's windy as shit. We need to get the tent set up, but we feel awesome compared to how we were feeling earlier.
I feel pretty great considering I'm at 10,100 feet right now.
Yeah. It's morning now. I've been running around getting some shots and stuff like that. And now it's time to pack up and head back out, but we'll probably give you a quick tour of Camp Muir first.
Well, as Ellen probably told you, I definitely opted to sleep in this morning. I think the weight of our accomplishment is just hitting me now. Waking up this morning and looking down the glacier that we climbed up last night. It's a pretty awesome feeling. Now we're just getting all our stuff packed up. I'm gonna pull the tent down and we're gonna be on the road again. way back down. Well, about to. Nothing else before then. We got some pictures taken, and that's about it. That's Camp Muir.
Yeah.
Get one last little panorama here from the top. Again, that is where we camped last night. Right there, below that other tent. That is Ellen's face.
Glad I didn't fail.
And we're back. Ellen and I decided that we're going to be barefoot for the rest of our lives.
I know, Jesus. These boots are really nice, but they also kind of suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did walk 10 miles up a mountain in them. Well, what do you say we get some food?
I could not think of anything better. Well guys, we've made it to Camp Muir, which is amazingly beautiful. You can see all the way to Mount Adams and the Goat Rocks and Mount St. Helens and even Mount Hood down in Oregon. And while this was a very, very strenuous hike, and I definitely wouldn't recommend it for people who don't know how to use snow gear, it is definitely worth it for experienced hikers and backpackers to head up here for the day or the night.